Everyone, and welcome to the guys consistent talk about faith and fact related to a guy's life. I remember when Gurias, aka King Boy, and today I have a very special guest. She has been here before. Yeah, she's looking more beautiful today. And she's very black like me. She wants to go and come with me.
Yep, it's necessary. Guys.
The guys consider our signature. Oh, I want to feel like a guy. A lot of things have betrayed you. Okay, her name is Temitope, the CEO of Whole House of Temitope. Means she's a vlogger and an entrepreneur, and she's a very big woman. She's a very, very beautiful lady.
You said it the first time.
Yeah.
On the other channel, I did not talk. This is a big woman. Don't cast me, young man.
She's very humble. She's very humble. Okay.
Very.
Today we're talking about a very interesting topic. Last time we talked about tips on asking a girl out or pick-up lines. Today we're talking about tips of first dates.
Yeah.
Because after you give her the pick-up line, probably you were successful. You started doing follow-up, like when you win it, so you need to follow up. And I want to ask, you want to ask her out on a date, or you want to take her out on a date. How can you ask her out? Even if when you ask her, she not say yes, just she said yes to it. What should happen? Most first dates, most first dates are weird. I mean, in the first why we didn't see any time we went to the cinema. We didn't see anything. After the movie. Bless you, sister. Bless you, sister. So what you need to discuss on first date? What need to be discussed that will make because when it comes to dating, actually, there's a tip I will give to you. When it comes to dating, if the girl does not come back, you've messed up.
Yeah.
If she can't go out. If you know you've done well is when she comes for the second date, you know you've done well.
And at the same time, don't feel like the guy shouldn't feel like he messed up. It is either the girl has her own reasons, but try as much as possible as a guy. Ask the lady, because it helps you, even if you guys didn't end up together, it helps you knowing
friendship,
like the person to approach, and okay, you would not just feel it in your head that also this
like
girl
taking
just,
feedbacks.
Yeah, it's necessary. It helps.
So wait, we are jumping the boom now, but let me ask you, is it proper to ask a lady during the first day that can we do this again?
Like can we
like after?
No, don't say can we. You say I just hope we do this.
The word. I also hope we do this again. And when she asks,
I will be glad for us to continue this or to do this again. Let's say can we do
but
this?
But if it's a girl that said that in first, man.
That's what I said there.
Man, the girl that said that in first, man, guy, you made it in life. You made it in life.
Especially if it's not your perfect crush.
So wait. So there's an imperfect crush.
There is.
Wow, I'm not saying this on that. So there's perfect and imperfect crush.
There is. And of course now, definitely every guy, you would just be like, there are some guys that naturally, it's not like, yes, they want to go for this girl. It's either they just feel like, okay, maybe that's their option around at that moment. Or, as you said, God said it's your person, but then it's not your own person. But let's just go Jarrell, or let me just try my best, or
so a perfect
let me define
like broken relationship. A perfect date is a date that a perfect crush is a crush that you like, and it's God also say she's the one. So when the both sides are the perfect. So any other person we are not too sure, we are just testing the water. Let's go. No, my dating is not equal courting. Dating just trying, I see in the friendship stage, trying to know each other and all that. Okay, let's go back to the original part of the tip. Now, tips on first date. Okay, how can I ask a lady out for a first date? Not like ask her out for a first date. We are still friends. We are still in the mode of knowing ourselves. How can I ask her out? Like, okay, let's go out. Like, I don't know.
When you guys are chatting, you guys have already exchanged contact, and you guys are sending texts to each other. Like, I'm sure you guys should have gotten to a stage of you should be able to not know our movements basically, but know like what our schedule is like, and then have a set fit. And I'm sure there will be one or two of you guys conversation that is not best to talk about on chat. And as a lady, you should just be like, okay, maybe when we get to see, we would always talk about.
I like the sound of that.
Like when we get to see, we would always talk about this, because not everything you can just go on chat and all. So I think even if she didn't come up with when we get to see, maybe she's this kind of person that she's busy. Like me, I give guys busy cards, and I would say that no offense, I think to me, I feel like if I'm giving you the busy card, I don't want I don't like. I've not seen reasons why
we should continue.
We should continue or we should continue seeing, or is it that I am not chanced naturally, and I will let you know this is what my schedule is like.
Okay.
So it's not like I'll just shut you out or whatsoever. Or from our chat, that is what we determine if we should see or not. From our chat, you would not, okay, I would, even if you're a guy, you just tell the girl that, okay, I would like us to see, just to talk more, knowing ourselves more better, which is quite alright. Okay, the lady, if a lady want to go out with you, she either asks you, okay, that's fine by me, but this is what my schedule is like, when are you looking out? And then you guys plan, but try as much as possible. You cannot push it to the lady just to make her feel more interested. Like, where would you prefer? Do you have a place in mind? If she now says, oh no, I don't have, or you have, then you people can now. But try as much as possible. Ask her, even if you still be the one to pick up the spot or pick wherever you guys want to go to, just ask her, what's your kind of place?
Okay.
Where do you?
So you're not going to surprise yourself.
Just ask her, where would you prefer? But if you're saying I'm very bad at that, I can be like, anything is okay by me, because to me that's one of my heads up to even know the kind of guy you have.
Wow.
Because it's our first date. You have to either make it memorable or out of it.
Bam, bam.
Even if we are not going to be together, let me just remember and be like, oh, the first time we went out, we went to a nice place, we had this, we had that. It was a nice time, actually. You know, there are some dates that even if you guys don't end up in a relationship, you will cherish the person, because the first moment was kind of a memorable moment between you guys. You guys were able to tell, you guys were able to like converse, which you feel like, okay, apart from relationship, this is someone I can pick up as my friend. That's what I feel. But it's not like friend zone, let the person know. Friend, straight and direct, no time.
Good. Okay, now you talk about how we can pick the place and ask the girl. The next one to ask now, what kind of conversation can we have in a first date? In that first date set, what kind of conversation? Is it time to ask about your mother-in-law? Ask about what is God saying to you at this time? What's the ministry? Favorite color? So, what are the kind of questions that are necessary on a first date? Not what that the girl expects, not and guys are what they expect. What kind of question? Because there's this proper another. The best way to judge a person is not by the answer the person gives to your question, but the question the person is asking. So the best way to judge a person, listen to the question the person is asking. That's the best way to judge a person, not the answer the person is giving to your question. So now, what are the kind of questions the girl is expecting from a guy on the first date? Well,
first thing, before you ask any question, watch the girl's body language. It's necessary.
Why should things with women always look complicated?
No, you need to know.
Okay.
I just feel like watch the girl's body language. Okay. Like, make sure she's comfortable at the venue. Make sure like she's just comfortable with the moment. It's not like as you guys just start sitting, then drink, you eat, then start like, also, where are you from? No, like, to me, like, start up conversation with something different entirely. You will still, it must definitely be a good question, but like, you can start up with, okay, so what do you think about the present thing that is going on? It's not like you people bring Nigeria to the table.
There's a lot of things to discuss in Nigeria.
There's a lot of things. Or you could just, funny enough, I saw something today, and I don't know what's your view about it. Like, just
there's this mindset I have, like, it's a tip I'll give to guys too, is that I think one of the best first days to go is actually cinema. Why? Let me tell you why. Because you guys should come up with the cinema, that's discussing the movie you watch.
Okay.
And that will help you to get a good foot with her, because you start from for you to get to where you are going to, start from the familiarity to the unfamiliar. So from the movies, now you guys have a familiar gang. So from there, can I just switch and relate the movie to our life? And make sure you pick a very nice movie that talk about love. So in that kind of case,
it's not movie.
No, what if it's,
what if I'm a lady that I don't like going to see a movie with a guy that I feel like we don't have this intimacy. Yes. okay, let's now say, yeah, I have the knowledge of God and I am open, the word of God is our salvation and all. Yes, I have to go out with a guy that is not a spiritual brother, or that is a spiritual brother, then that shouldn't be a big deal. You can go out with anybody to watch a movie. But a normal lady would just be like, you're calling me for a movie for the first time. Okay, no problem. You guys can go and see a movie, but at times I don't feel comfortable because I'll be like, not everyone I can go and watch a movie with.
Wow.
I think I prefer going to watch a movie with my normal friends. But on a first date, I won't take it.
Okay, so
I won't take it. That's just me being me. I don't know.
So I don't know.
You could now be on our second date. We can now talk about movie. But the first date, I'll just be like, nah.
Okay, first date like a restaurant.
It could be a restaurant. It might not be a restaurant. It might be a garden. It's not necessarily a restaurant. It might be a garden. That's it. It might not be a restaurant. It might be a garden. It might be a program. You might actually
like
just
all night.
I'm not saying all night too.
Since I was prayers.
All night.
Like I know she's possessed.
Like even if it's a normal restaurant, just make sure that you know the person's body language, and then you guys can flow on with. Just come up with, like you said, it's a movie that wants to bring up a question. Then you can now say, okay, so what's up with you? Like, who is your name? Who is Brian? What do you do? I want to ask more. But I feel like nowadays, because we've exchanged contacts, we're already talking about those things already.
I wanted to say something. I said first date sometimes doesn't necessarily mean you guys have to talk things
about yourself.
I think first date should be an avenue to continue conversations you've already had before. So probably you guys have been chatting before, and let me just assume that you guys have been chatting. Even if you guys are not been chatting, but look for something that a common ground between the both of you, because people fall for things that are common. So when you start with that common stuff and like, oh, the guy is good.
Don't put a tone of pressure that yes, we are on this date for a mission. Don't.
My money must come.
My money must come. So I need to know what my mind is, or I need to. Fine. If you feel like as a spiritual brother you want to be straight, you don't want to beat around the bush, you should also come up with your way to know how to express yourself to the person.
I think even if this is my thing, they may be wrong, but even if you want to tell the girl your mind on the first date,
it's not to tell them about Jesus.
How you just tell her when the date is coming to an end. I don't expect an answer. Just tell her when you guys are almost departing.
Yes.
That point, leave her, let her go home and think about it.
And be careful about the questions you ask.
Sure.
Be careful about it, because first date for some people it's a big deal. For some people it's not really a big deal.
There's no second chance to make a first impression. So first date is a big deal.
just
don't be concerned on the food and the cracking bones of first. Please get etiquette. Like just form their genuine.
Just organize yourself. That's like what is necessary. Be organized, be confident, feel free. You guys can rub minds together. Talk about something.
Talk about your vision. Talk about not vision like vision. Talk about career vision.
Or how do you think? Or you can even say, oh, I have this thing on mind. What do you think about it? I've been going on. Like, you guys should just feel free, enjoy the moment.
I have this business idea. What do you think about business? Just see our IQ and everything.
You cannot be like, okay, this is it. I think I have to leave some word unsaid, but I have to also mention that
and make sure you set the tone for the second date or the first date.
Yes.
So make her feel that there's more to discuss.
More to this.
Make her very positive. Like
exactly.
Let her mind be on the second date before you ask that. Like I would like us to do this again. Yeah. So if you won't make her mind on the second date, she'll be the one to ask you that. Hope we can do this again, because normally movies. The reason why series sell because of suspense. So please leave articles or substance of suspense in your first date.
Exactly.
So that you can actually have a second chance.
Exactly.
Alright, my guy. You finish everything on first date.
Dating. Hey, I like you. I cannot sleep.
What about if the guy can't really sleep with that? And I've not been sleeping since that day was supposed to be his day of deliverance.
Sleep never catch you.
Alright guys, thank you for joining us today on this wonderful episode. It's fun to have Temi here. Now she's been an amazing friend.
We cannot really say, oh, you have to say it like this, you have to say it like that, but
just give it tips, be natural.
Exactly. Just
if it's your first time, please like and subscribe. Please, it's for free. Don't pay money to subscribe. Just like and subscribe and drop your comments.
Bell too, because it helps.
It helps a lot. And drop some comments in the comment section, make it interactive. So it's nice having you around. So on the next time, see